Eddie Lawson will go down in history as one of the greatest motorcycle road racers of all time. Lawson won the 500cc World Championship 4 times during the 1980s. When he retired from Grand Prix racing in the early 1990s, he ranked 3rd on the all-time 500 GP list with 31 victories. Lawson was born in Upland, California in 1958. He grew up around motorcycles. Both his father and grandfather were racers. Eddie started racing on an 80cc Yamaha and a 90 Kawasaki when he was 7 years old. In the beginning, he had to stand on his tiptoes when he came to a stop. By the time he was 12, Lawson was racing the local Southern California dirt track circuit. Eddie quickly became one of the fastest young amateurs in Southern California in the early 70s. He rode bikes for Chuck Tidwell, Dennis Mahan, Butch Silva, and Ted Dan. He also had success racing for Pete Pistone and Shel Thuet. Lawson started running local road races after his grandfather bought him a 50cc Italojet. He later graduated to a Yamaha RD350 and a Kawasaki Triple. The experience from these races would pay huge dividends later in his career. In '79, Lawson finished the season as the second-ranked rider behind Freddie Spencer in the AMA 250 GP Series. Eddie was invited to a Kawasaki Superbike tryout at Willow Springs Raceway. He had the fastest time at the tryout and was offered his first factory ride. Eddie won the 250 GP title in 1980 after battling Honda and its top rider, Freddie Spencer. Lawson won the title again in 1981. Check out this last-second pass in Seattle. This, my friend, is the stuff legends are made of. Those were the only times that Kawasaki would win the AMA 250 Grand Prix, and it reverberated all the way to Honda headquarters in Japan.
We must destroy Eddie Lawson.
Lawson decided to take on the world in 1983. He rode for Yamaha in the 500cc World Championships and was teamed alongside 3-time world champion Kenny Roberts. Lawson spent his first GP season learning the tracks. Despite his challenges, he finished 4th overall in the championship. That year was the first and only time in World Grand Prix competition that Americans captured 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place positions in the overall championship. In just his 2nd year of GP competition, Lawson won his first 500cc event in South Africa and went on to win the 1984 World Championship. It would mark the first of 4 world titles Lawson would win, more than any other American rider. One of Lawson's many wins came at Laguna Seca in 1988. He had to overcome a bad start and battle through the field to take the checker flag.
So after 40 laps and over an hour of hard racing in the Californian sunshine, Eddie Lawson is just 1 corner away from a Grand Prix victory that'll go down in history. The American Grand Prix goes to Eddie Lawson, 7 seconds ahead of Wayne Gardner with Mackenzie 3rd.
He also won the prestigious Suzuka 8-hour race in 1990 and was the first 500cc rider in history to win back-to-back world championships on 2 different makes of bikes. By the time Lawson retired from Grand Prix racing in 1992, he had won a total of 31 World Championship races, placing him 3rd all-time in the 500cc class.
Eddie for me is more than a friend. He's very good people. He's a very good rider.
Following his motorcycle racing career, Lawson competed in open-wheel kart racing. Eddie got to fly with the Blue Angels and even drove one of Dan Gurney's historic championship race cars. Lawson continues his relationship with Yamaha today and can still be seen at various motorcycle events. But you'll likely see him where he started, at a dirt track or riding out in the desert. Eddie Lawson is a legend in the sport, and we are proud to induct him into the Trailblazers Hall of Fame.